in the small village of Ogidi, nestled between lush hills and a winding river, there lived a man named Obinna, known far and wide as the village palm wine drinker. He wasn't just a man who enjoyed palm wine. Obinna had a peculiar relationship with it. People whispered that he drank not for pleasure, but for purpose. Obinna had a ritual. Every evening, just as the sun dipped behind the hills, he would sit under the ancient baobab tree in the village square, sipping palm wine from a calabash. The elders called him eccentric. The youth laughed at his ramblings, but no one could deny the uncanny accuracy of his tales. You see, Obinna didn't just drink palm wine, he claimed it spoke to him. One evening, as the villagers gathered around to watch the sunset, Obinna raised his calabash, took a deep sip, and began to speak. Tomorrow, he said, his voice slow and deliberate, the river will rise, and the fishermen will lose their nets. The crowd erupted in laughter. The river was calm, the sky clear. How could such a thing happen? But the next day, dark clouds rolled in from nowhere. Heavy rain swelled the river, and the fishermen returned with stories of nets lost to the raging current. After that, people started listening to Obinna, though most still treated his predictions with a mix of awe and skepticism. One fateful night, Obinna drank more deeply than ever before. His eyes glazed over as he stared into the distance. The crowd grew silent, waiting for his words. The baobab tree, he whispered, will fall, and when it does, the village must unite or perish. The villagers glanced nervously at the massive tree. It had stood for centuries, its roots entwined with their history. Surely, it couldn't fall. Days turned into weeks, and life went on. The villagers began to dismiss Obinna's warning as one of his drunken exaggerations. But one stormy night, lightning struck the baobab. With a deafening crash, it toppled, splitting the village square in two. The next morning, Obinna sat amidst the wreckage, sipping his palm wine. The tree is gone, he said, but its roots are still here. Will you let them rot, or will you build anew? The villagers, shaken by the loss of their beloved tree, realized the truth in his words. They set aside their feuds and rivalries to rebuild the square together, planting a new sapling in the baobab's place. From that day on, Obinna was no longer just the village palm wine drinker. He became a symbol of wisdom, a reminder that even the most unconventional voices might hold the answers a community needs. And though the new tree would take generations to grow, it stood as a testament to the unity born from Obinna's drunken, yet prophetic, wisdom.